I never got to tell her what she did for me that night. She doesn't know that when she sat down beside me on that empty subway platform at 2 a.m., I had already made my decision. The train would come in 8 minutes. I had checked the schedule 3 times. 8 minutes, and then it would all be over. But then she arrived, a stranger in a yellow raincoat, humming something soft and familiar, and somehow, impossibly, I'm still here. The weeks leading up to that night had just dissolved into this gray fog I couldn't escape. My business had collapsed, taking my savings with it. My fiancé had left. I found her engagement ring on the kitchen counter next to a note that just said, I can't do this anymore. After our last argument, my father stopped calling. That was the one where I told him I'd wasted my life chasing dreams he never believed in. And in that moment, I thought he was right about everything. I had stopped sleeping, stopped eating properly. My apartment became this cave I never left. Curtains drawn against a world that felt too bright, too loud, too indifferent to my pain. Friends texted, and I didn't respond. My little sister left these worried voicemails, and I deleted them without even listening. The silence felt deserved, earned. That Tuesday night, I walked to the station without a plan. Or maybe I had one all along and just couldn't admit it to myself. The rain was hammering the streets, washing the city clean, while I just felt filthy, ruined from the inside out. Every step toward that platform felt lighter, like I was already becoming less real, less solid. The platform was empty. Perfect. I wouldn't be traumatizing anyone. Just a quiet disappearance. I sat on the bench, the cold metal soaking through my jeans, and just stared at the tracks. They gleamed under the lights like twin promises of peace. 5 minutes passed, then 6. Then I heard footsteps. Awful night, isn't it? I turned. She was maybe 60, with silver hair plastered to her forehead and this absurd, bright yellow raincoat dripping puddles onto the concrete. She settled beside me with a sigh, like we were old friends. I didn't want company. I just needed her to leave. Yeah, I managed to say, I'm visiting my daughter, she said, pulling out her phone. The screen was cracked, held together with tape. She just had a baby. My first grandchild. A boy. 7 pounds, 4 ounces. She showed me a photo, a wrinkled pink face, eyes squeezed shut, tiny fists raised like a fighter. I just nodded, unable to form words. She almost didn't make it. You know, my daughter, she said, her voice dropping, had postpartum depression so severe after her first pregnancy 3 years ago that she ... Well, she paused, staring at that cracked screen. She tried to leave her own baby girl. Can you imagine being in that much pain? My throat tightened, but she got help. She continued, went to therapy, took her medication, joined a support group. She fought like hell to stay. And now, look, she touched the screen so gently. Now she has 2 beautiful children and a life she never thought she'd live to see. She told me yesterday that she's grateful every single day that she survived that darkness. Every single day. The train announcement echoed through the station. 3 minutes left. You know what she said to me? The woman's voice cracked a little. She said, Mom, I'm so glad I stayed. I would have missed everything. She looked at me then, really looked at me, and I felt completely transparent. Seen. Her eyes were brown and warm and so sad, as though she knew exactly why I was there. Everything, she repeated softly. The train appeared in the tunnel. its lights getting closer. My moment, my exit. But I couldn't move. The woman stood up. This is me. I hope you have a beautiful night, sweetheart. Whatever you're going through, I hope you find your way. She paused at the train door. We need you here, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. The doors closed. The train pulled away, and I just sat there, shaking, as something inside me finally cracked open and let the tears come. That was 8 months ago. I'm not going to tell you everything magically fixed itself. It didn't. I got therapy, started medication. I slowly, painfully began rebuilding my life. I called my sister back. I eventually called my father. I started a new, smaller business that actually makes me happy. Some days are still hard. Some nights I still remember that platform. But I stayed, and I'm getting to see what comes next. I never saw that woman in the yellow raincoat again. She was just a stranger, passing through, sharing her joy. But she saved my life without ever knowing it. And it made me realize we never know what we carry for each other. A kind word, a shared story, a moment of connection. We're all capable of being someone's reason to stay. I'm sharing my story now, hoping it reaches someone on their own platform, waiting for their own train. Stay, please, stay. You have no idea what you'll miss. If you're struggling, please know there is help and there is hope. We've put some resources in the description below. Thank you for listening.